Hi ladies, it's Tracy McMillan from Forge Legal, and today I'm going to give you my top 5 tips on what you should not do in child custody. Now, tip number 1 is do not insult the other party. I get that you're going through a separation and you want to say he's the biggest bastard in the world, and you wish you could tell your kids that, etc. But the more you insult the other party, you're only creating a hostile environment for the child, anxiety, and it doesn't look good for you if you're in a family court situation. So remember the inside voice? Yeah, inside insults, inside, okay? Don't let them come out of here, especially around your children. Number 2 is do not use your children as a pawn. So I get that you might be haggling over dividing assets or something at the time, but if, for instance, the father's not paying child support, that does not give you grounds to withhold the child from spending time with them. Understand this. Your child is the person who benefits the greatest out of having a relationship with the other party. You may not think that that's the case, and there are certain circumstances where that may not be true, but unless there are extreme circumstances, you cannot be using a pawn to get what you want from the other party. Okay, it will look bad for you in the court proceedings, and I've seen it. I've seen judges actually take children away from mothers who do that. Okay, so do not be playing with that in relation to it. The third one is don't throw mud. It is fascinating to me in the 20 years that I've been doing this that people in a court proceeding constantly throw mud at the other party. Now, the thing about mud is if you throw too much of it, 2 things happen. 1, it comes back and it ricochets back on you, so you actually look bad. The second thing is you throw that much mud that people can't see through the amount of insults, etc. that's happening. So if you are going to try and make a point, make only a handful, but make them strong and make them defined. Okay, really, really important. The fourth thing is do not include your children in the dispute. Okay, if he hasn't paid child support, please don't tell the child that, oh, I would buy that for you, but your father hasn't paid child support, so I have no money. Okay, what you're doing is you're including the child in your hostile relationship, and that is neither their place or is it appropriate. And again, judges absolutely hate it, but what I will tell you is this: the person who hates it the most is your child, and they're the one you're damaging, so don't do it. And fifthly, the most important thing is do not withhold the child from the other parent. Unless there are significant domestic violence issues or sexual abuse or something along those lines, do not withhold time. There are ways that you can have time with the child in a safe manner. There's things like a contact centre, which can be used to make sure that the child is not at risk. As I'll always say, the Family Law Act actually refers to the best interests of the child and the child's right to be known and cared for by both parents, which means they have a right to that relationship. So when you're withholding, I will tell you right now that potentially could be damaging for your children, but even if that's not, or you don't think that that is, a judge will think that that will be the case. So again, those are my top 5 tips. I hope they are helpful for you. If you want any further information, jump onto our website. There's a lot more information there. Otherwise, if you want to reach out, by all means, get in contact with me and I'm happy to have a chat with you. Otherwise, good luck, and I hope that's helpful.